One day the life you hate will stop hurting, and that is when you should be afraid. See, most people think the enemy is pain. They think if life hurts, they'll naturally want to run away. They think if they're stuck, discomfort will eventually push them to change. But that is a lie. The human mind is a survival machine. It does not want you to be happy. It wants you to be safe. And if you're stuck in a life that is destroying you, your mind will not fight back. Instead, it will protect you. It will make you go numb. It will make the case feel like home. Think about how you got there. You didn't wake up one day and choose to be unhappy. You didn't decide to stop chasing your dreams. It happened in tiny, invisible pieces. At first, you felt the pain. You knew you were wasting your potential. You knew you were settling for less. It felt sharp. It kept you up at night. But then you adopted. You told yourself, I'll change tomorrow. Then I'll change next month. Then maybe I'm just not built for that. Then you stopped calling it a struggle. You started calling it life. You see, the first time you do something wrong, you feel guilty. The second time, it feels less bad. The third time, you stop noticing. And that is the danger. You can get used to anything. You can get used to a toxic relationship. You can get used to a job you hate. You can get used to a body that feels weak. You can even get used to the feeling of emptiness. There's a phrase that ruins more lives than anything else. People ask you, how are you? And you say, I'm fine. Fine is the most dangerous word in the world. Fine is not a feeling. Fine is a wall. It is what you use to stop people and yourself from looking closer. When you say I'm fine, you're not being honest. You're simply choosing to stay in the uncomfortable, quiet prison you have built for yourself. You're not fixing your life. You're just learning how to survive the mess you met. And that is horrifying. Because if you can survive the mess, you have no urgent reason to clean it up. I want you to be honest with yourself for just 1 minute. Look at your life. Look at your habits. Look at your days. Are you actually happy? Or have you just spent so much time in this version of your life that you've forgotten what it feels like to be alive? Ask yourself these questions. When was the last time you felt a real hunger for more? When was the last time you felt truly scared to stay the same? If you haven't felt that in a long time, it is not because you are content. It is because you are domesticated. You have been trained by your comfort, by your screen, and by your routine to accept a life that is smaller than you are. You are like a bird in a cage, so used to the birds that you have stopped looking at the sky. So what do? You do not need a massive, life-changing plan. You don't need to find yourself. You just need to make the wrong life feel uncomfortable again. You need to stop lying to yourself. Stop saying I'm fine. Stop saying it is what it is. Start admitting the truth. Start feeling the weight of the time you're losing. Start letting the discomfort back in. Because that discomfort is not a negative feeling. The discomfort is the last part of you that is still awake. It is the part of you that knows you are meant for more. Don't numb it. Don't silence it. Listen to it before it goes quiet forever. Because you keep waiting for a sign to change. You want a massive, dramatic event to wake you up. But life does not work like that. It does not give you a loud warning. It just slowly, quietly takes away your opportunities until there are none left. You're waiting for a storm to force you to move, but your life is ending in a drought. But change will never be easy, and it will never feel like the right time. And the worst part, you're the only one who truly knows the truth. You can lie to your friends, your family, and your partner. You can post a version of yourself online that looks happy and successful. But at 3 a.m., when the room is dark and the phone is off, you know you're settling, you know you are capable of more. That silence is the most honest place on earth, and it is the only place you cannot hide from yourself. We're all terrified of failing, but we should be terrified of something else. We should be terrified of reaching the end, looking back at our lives and realizing that we're never actually in the game. We spend our whole life sitting on the sidelines, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting to be ready, waiting for permission until the clock finally ran out. If you're comfortable, you're losing. Growth does not happen in one bit. It does not happen in a life without risks. It happens when you're forced to step into the cold, when you have to face the things you're most afraid of, and when you finally stop caring about being safe. Comfort is just a slow way of dying. If you want to wake up, you have to be willing to destroy the life that is keeping you asleep. So stop looking for motivation. Motivation is for people who think they have forever. You do not have forever. You have a limited numbers of breath left. Spend them on something that actually matters. Because one day you won't have a choice anymore. Today is the last day you got to decide if you want to be a person who truly lived or a person who just existed. The choice is yours.